The other thing I kind of want to ask you about quickly is your obviously once you've kind of moved away from wrestling, but then you move into a producer role with WWE. And I know that, a big part of that role was you mentioned them earlier when they were very young, but you were producing that incredible rivalry, that series between the New Day and the Usos. That was just absolute magic that those four put on. What experience did you bring to those matches as a producer and someone who has, dominated tag teams for so long?
Well, me putting the headset on, calling the match to the truck to Kevin Dunn, getting the right camera angles and things like that for those guys, giving them my influence. Listen, it was those guys that basically went in there and did that. I can't take any credit for that. Those guys were excellent. They were fun to work with, and they allowed me to be able to give advice and use the advice, for those matches. So I was very thankful for that. Even if I'm not mistaken, I think there was a WrestleMania match as well with those guys that took place that I was able to be a part of. So I had a lot of fun working with the New Day and the Usos, and I'm so proud of them to this day, especially the Usos, from where they come. Jay, just incredible. Jimmy, just incredible. Xavier, Kofi, Big E when he comes back. I mean, God, I can't begin. That was the greatest time of my life as a producer. I love those guys immensely. That's why, fans don't understand. People are like, oh, the Usos are using your finish. I'm like, listen, you morons. They came to me and asked me and Bubba if they were able to use the finish. They didn't have to ask. We were retired. We weren't doing it anymore. Even if they didn't, so what? They're paying homage to a team that came before them. So why would I be upset if the Usos decided to use 3D? I'm not Taz. I'm not going to sit up here and somebody puts the freaking Kata Hajime, whatever you call that damn move, he's going to get upset on Twitter and start talking about it. We don't do that. We go, congratulations. Now let us show you how to really do it. We don't get mad at that. That's stupid to get mad at. They're paying homage to us. You should be happy that somebody is doing that.
Yeah.
And that's the way we always felt about that. And that's the way I felt. So when fans were hitting me up on Twitter or even Instagram, the Usos are using your finish. And it's like, and what's wrong with that?
Yeah, no, exactly. It's a respect thing. It's paying homage, and it's kind of looking back at who came before you and who paved the way, isn't it?
Exactly.
Yeah. And then when you were producing as well, I understand that you were involved with quite a lot of the women talent as well, weren't you? Who was?
No, a lot of that was Fit Finley.
Oh, okay.
I had a couple of matches with the women. I did a lot of stuff with Lacey Evans,
Yeah.
Who is a very, very good friend of mine. She's a very good friend of my family's. I mean, she's like my little sister to me. Her husband, her kids. I'm Uncle Devon. Her husband is like my brother. I mean, we are just very, very close. I had matches between her and Natty, Natalia. I produced their matches. I had a lot of Oscar matches. I had some of Oscar matches, things like that. But the majority of matches that were done with the women were Fit Finley. So I was just happy to have a few underneath my belt.
Yeah, I've had a few of the women from that era would talk about Fit and talk about him being the godfather of the women's division and how much of a role he played. Incredible.
Excellent, excellent teacher.
Yeah.
Far better than me.
Well, don't do yourself down.